crashing is very low.
Very,
but the
very
odds
low.
of you surviving that plane crash
Also very low. I mean, unless that Sully
also
guy.
very low.
Look, if that Sully guy is flying your plane, hell, he can land it in a
that
pond
motherfucker
somewhere.
national hero.
That's some wild stuff right there.
No one died on that.
I don't know. No, he saved them
Lucky
all.
he had the damn Hudson River or whatever the
Right.
hell he damn landed into.
Right.
But still, he sea ducked that motherfucker.
And,
you ever see the duck come in on that motherfucker?
Oh, yeah. But, if you landed in the middle of the Tennessee River, you would drown before anybody got out there. The Hudson River, it's like they already got stuff there. You're right there. Yeah, but,
Get a tugboat over here.
You do
You're
that
in the damn middle of the Tennessee.
off of the Decatur Bridge.
Shit, you better.
You going down.
You better grab your damn your
saying.
vest.
Yep. That should be a long swim. Can you think about if you went off?
What was that crash that happened like a year ago where one guy survived? Did you see that? It was one lone survivor. Did you remember that, Kevin?
Like a whole plane full of people and only
a whole
one dude
like
survived?
300 people. One guy walked away.
Walked away.
And
everybody else is dead.
Everybody dead. One guy.
Can you imagine? Wow.
I can't imagine. I think he had his family on that. I can't imagine like the survival remorse of that shit.
The survivor's guilt. Yeah.
The survivor's guilt.
That
Like,
would be
damn.
tough, man.
Why you
Especially
just
if his
why you
family
just didn't
was on
take
there.
me with him? Fuck it.
Especially
I
if
gotta
your
live with
family,
that.
yeah.
Especially your family on their shit. Just
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
But I mean, like 300 passenger plane
One
crashed.
guy
One guy walked away. Shane
Hopped off
Motherfucker
and-
walked off.
dusted himself off.
Doesn't
and
it
said,
walk
Holy
the
fuck.
fuck off?
Wow.
Everybody else obliterated. Yeah, fine. Give me anxiety. I was like, man, what y'all got to drink? I try to get a little buzz before I get on that motherfucker. It just gives me anxiety.
I might go up in the space shuttle. I mean, in a rocket though.
Nah,
I might do it.
You couldn't strap me to that damn thing. You couldn't pay me.
If you
Shane.
made it, there'll be a hell of a story to tell.
You couldn't pay.
Plus, then I would
it
know
will
for
be
sure.
a hell of a story.
I would know for sure
That
whether
our
the
ass-
Earth is round. I would be all like, "Q, motherfucker, stop! I done been
Stop.
up there.
It's
I flew
round.
around.
It's
round as hell. We flew around it. I saw all sides. No, I don't know. But that's really the
Now,
only
look,
way to
I
know.
seen I seen some wild shit the other day, about a week ago, maybe two. I want to say a week ago.
What'd you see?
It was a crescent moon. It was real thin.
Okay.
So like my house faced west. So the sun goes down to the west of my home.
Okay.
Right out, like I just walk out the front door, the sun is going down behind the trees right in front of my house. The moon also starts there too.
Correct.
When the sun goes down, I see the moon. As soon as the sun goes down. So with this moon, I was like, how the hell if the sun's behind the moon, how am I still seeing the moon? Like glowing. The crescent moon. I don't know, Shane. That shit don't make sense to me. I try to add it up in my head. It don't make sense. If the sun's behind the moon, how am I still seeing the moon? Glowing like the sun was in front of it. And I just seen the sun go down that way. And the moon's already that way. Don't get me started, Shane. What we got to talk about, man? It's April Fools.
The moon doesn't follow the same orbit as the sun.
What I'm saying, they both was on west of me. And the sun was behind it. And the motherfucker was still glowing in the sky.
I don't know how that works. I'm not an astrophysicist.
I don't know how to shit. I seen it with my own eyes.
I'm not disputing it. I'm just saying I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Maybe the light bounces off of the earth, catches them. Hell if I know.
Hell if I know, Shane.
I'm sure.
I seen the shit.
Sure, Neil deGrasse Tyson would have some glib response.
Man, he'll be hell of a guy to go. Neil got a sense of humor too.
I like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah,
He got a
I
sense
think
of humor.
sometimes he's full of shit, but I also think
he's
that
a fucking astrophysicist.
he's way smarter than me. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
He can
He needs
argue.
to-
He can argue anything.
He needs to stick to astrophysics and stay out of the political arena. I heard him on Bill
just like-
Maher, and Bill Maher
Like
was
LeBron
messing with
need
me,
to
but-
just dribble the ball. Shut up
Correct.
and dribble
Play
your
basketball.
ball, motherfucker. Play
Play
basketball.
basketball.
Make $1 billion and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We will acknowledge your greatness. Stay where you're great.
A genetic freak.
You're not gonna catch me playing football.
You gonna catch me playing nothing with these knees.
No, not at all. Well, hell, man, let's
Shut
open
up
this
and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
Neil,
That'll be the name of
Shut up and calculate fucking
Shut up and dribble. There you
orbits
go.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And make it fun. The thing about it
space
is,
trajectories.
Neil makes it fun.
Neil will be like, y'all shut up and
What y'all think with your little
shut
podcast?
up and sell toys. Motherfucker,
Yeah.
shut up and make popcorn. Make some popcorn. All right, touche, Neil. Touche.
Coming to you now from deep in the bowels of Huntsville, Alabama, here at that 86 Kids studio with my co-host Q the Messenger, our illustrious producer, Kevin the Boss Man Richardson.
Hey.
They call me Shane the Brain. What you got now? Well, this is classic Vendor Chronicles. Let's go.
We mic'd up again, Shane.
Mic'd up again.
Hey,
It's been a minute since we've been in the studio.
I've been the driver's seat again.
You seem like you're amped up tonight.
You think so?
You seem like it.
I think I was pretty chill earlier today, Shane. At the coffee shop, you know, we chill, we talk.
You're full of nervous energy,
We did what we did. You know, I just get into character when we get down here. When I put these headphones and that mic on.
Did you ever see, you remember the Dave Chappelle show?
Chappelle Show.
Who was the guy? Eddie Murphy's brother.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. When
Charlie
he played
Murphy.
that one character, he would start just kind of shaking all over, just kind of vibrating or whatever.
What you call him? I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Darkness.
Shout out Charlie Murphy.
He called them the Darkness Brothers.
Darkness Brothers. I don't know.
What character he played?
I can't remember. I want to say it was that something nasty, wasn't it?
I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember that. Remember the Haters Ball?
It's been
he was
years,
at the Haters Ball.
It's been years since I watched the
Buck
Chappelle
Nasty.
Show.
Buck Nasty. That's what they called him. And Chappelle always had that toothpick in his mouth. So, and here comes Buck Nasty, one of the most diabolical haters of all time.
In the game.
We're going to get him now with this Jerry curl afro and tell him about himself. Look at that shirt you're wearing, Buck Nasty.
And create enough energy to power most medium-sized homes with ease. Thank you, bitches.
Thank you,
Wait,
bitches.
Steve. I thought you was talking about something that could repair that catastrophe you call a hairstyle.
Buck Nasty, you are so dark. When you touch yourself, it's like black on black crime. Furthermore,
When you touch yourself, it's black on black.
Shout out Buck Nasty.
Man.
A.K.A. Charlie Murphy.
That was a good ass show, man.
That
But
was a
I
good
think
show.
the funniest shit in the show was the real stories.
What you mean?
Like the one with Wayne Brady.
Mm.
That's a classic funny one.
Wayne
But it was a
Brady
real
getting out the
story that they got
smack?
Wayne Brady on there because they
Correct.
was talking shit about Ray Brady. And Wayne Brady was like, okay,
So
I'm going
why
to
you
come to your
make-
show. Make Brian Gumble look black.
Even as a
Like, damn, you white than a mother. You made Brian Gumble.
pretend character of a gangster, it didn't really. Wayne Brady's just too nice of a guy. You know, he can't really
It
pull
was
it off.
still funny as hell, though.
But I don't care what anybody says. That stuff he did on Whose Line It Is It? Is it anyway?
Classic
Dude.
shit. Yeah, all those guys.
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
In that, what they call impromptu type
Improv?
shit. The improv.
Improv. That stuff is hilarious. And Wayne Brady was, yeah,
The story about Prince beating him in basketball.
that was a true story. Yeah,
True
that was
story.
a true
And
story.
then fed him blueberry pancakes.
Blueberry pancakes.
Imagine getting your ass whooped in basketball by Prince and then he feeds you blueberry pancakes.
That's messed
You can't
up.
make that shit up.
And they were wearing like stage attire, apparently. You know, they were wearing fluffy shirts and what have you.
Say
And they
Prince
still
asked
wore
them
dress.
shirts or blouses or whatever.
Shirts or
blouses or no shirts or whatever. Whatever
Blouses
the fuck.
or shirts.
Man,
That's
they'll
hilarious.
whoop your ass. It was some good shit, man.
Imagine having that kind of, Prince money when you're in your late 20s, early 30s or whatever. You can be as eccentric as you want to be. Have your boys over for 3 a.m. basketball in shirts and blouses and have
His shirt, yep.
why would you not, right?
I bet I'd get a little eccentric if I got money.
For sure.
I probably would get a little strange
But
to the average person.
the biggest thing is probably I would disappear. I would buy me a 100 acre
I would
somewhere
have
where
to make
nobody would ever
myself
find me.
not
and,
become a recluse.
yeah, it would be difficult not to become a recluse.
It'd be real difficult for me not to become a recluse.
It's interesting coming back to the Vendor Chronicles part of this. Somebody that I know said we don't talk enough about vendor stories, but we came out from the off season where I've spent the last January and February very, very secluded. This a lot of times is the only time I ever got out of the house other than play a little disc golf or whatever. And I would spend my time making toys and playing with my daughter, and I'm fine. But as I started to come out into the public and deal with people again and start intermingling, I had a bit of an adjustment period. I have to be honest with you. It took me a couple weeks. The first day of the camp,
You had to dust your
I showed up and then couldn't handle it, and I had to leave.
Your anxiety got the best of you.
I just was unable to, there was something, I'm not sure still, but, when you spend that much time by yourself and then all of a sudden you got to interact with other people, it's it can be a difficult thing. Yeah. And I can only imagine you go for a year or two,
Oh, being by yourself?
Correct.
Oh, shit.
You buy a big plot of land in the middle of nowhere and you've only got to come out for supplies, and now you can order that stuff on Amazon anyways and have it dropped off.
And if I got my money right, shit, I might have somebody going to get the supplies for me.
Correct. Or just have a drop box and Amazon puts them at the end of the dirt road that leads to my house.
When you get your money right, you can't tell nobody shit.
I do not.
You get your money.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for me though. That's not good. I need to get out amongst folks.
You're going to go monk mode.
No, that's the thing.
You're going to be a fucking buck. She ain't going to be down.
Jessica would keep me in line. She would get cooped up and be like, hey, we got to go out.
Shave your head and put on a moo-moo.
Who knows? Start a cult.
With some Jesus sandals.
I can start a cult. I'm pretty sure I can start a cult. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Talking about money early made me remember that this past weekend, I was in Opp, Alabama at the Rattlesnake Rodeo, set up selling toys. And right next to me was my old friend Sherman Williams, the former Alabama player who went on to play for the Dallas Cowboys. He won a national championship in high school, won the national championship with Alabama, and won the Super Bowl with the Cowboys.
Damn, a three-peater.
3-time champion. Yep.
3-time champion in all, I guess, what you call that? Leagues or
at every step,
level. Every level, all levels, high school, college.
Yeah. Up to the very most elite.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Super Bowl winner. Got the ring.
That's amazing.
Amazing. That Super Bowl ring's pretty cool.
I bet a lot of guys don't have that three-peat of levels like that. High school, college.
That's a good point. I wonder how many people can make that same
Super
claim.
Bowl.
Yeah.
You might have some college Super Bowl if you get lucky.
Sure. Maybe you played for a great high school team and, you won a championship and then, college,
Shit, the win at the college level is tough.
Correct. But have all three of them.
All three? Oh,
that's
man.
Quite that's probably not too many people can say that. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
He's a super chill dude, though. Sherman Williams. He's a good guy to spend time with. That's for sure.
Shout out Sherman Williams.
Shout out Sherman Williams. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Had a good conversation. I tell you, he's about my age. And of course, he's seen success at the most high, the very highest of levels. The type of success I'll never see, at least financially or whatever. And he told me his biggest priority in life is peace. He said, I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how, whatever. He said, the most important thing is finding your peace.
I think the older you get, you start to really appreciate peace.
I think that's true.
And when another word that goes along peace for me is just quiet. Quiet equates to peace.
It does.
Like, I don't know how I correlate or relate those two together, but quiet equals peace to me at this stage in life.
Something that's quiet feels in control. When I was managing fast food restaurants, one of the things that we would, look at if we went to a restaurant was, how's the kitchen operating? They're all probably busting their ass, right? But, is it loud? And if it is loud, is it people calling what they need to each other, or is it just chaotically loud?
Just chaotically
But if it's just quiet and you hear people talking in a normal voice, hey, I need that, this plate or that, can I get that, whatever it is, that's a kitchen that's under control. They're working,
Process under control.
Process under control. And I think when your life is at the point where it's not loud, where it's physically quiet, you've gained some control. That having been said, I got some big old speakers in my shop, and I play my music loud. So I don't know what
that's
that
when
says
you're working
about me.
though. You ain't in a peaceful moment in the shop.
Here's an interesting thing. I'm a heavy metal fan. It is what it is. People call heavy metal violent, and all the things that they say. But when I'm at my worst mood and feeling anxiety or whatever it is, I can listen to some. That's when I turn on really hard heavy metal, and it calms me. It brings me peace. I don't know why that is, but I don't.
So heavy metal could be peaceful, but
sure.
ain't shit quiet about heavy metal.
Nothing quiet about it.
So that's the totally other end of the spectrum.
Wonder what that means.
But it's still equal peace to you.
It does. But come the end
maybe
of the
because
evening,
you in control of that though. Like you can turn the volume up, turn the volume down, turn it off, turn it on.
Maybe so. But by the end
So
of the
control equals peace.
there's maybe
Some form of control.
Sure.
Because usually when you can't get nothing quiet, that means you're out of control. Because I can't turn it off. Ooh, maybe we get into the root of this thing, Shane. Control. I'm equating it to quiet, but now I'm switching gears. I'm saying I can be in control of it.
Well,
because I can end the silence when I want.
Good point. And you can control when you want
silence or noise.
Correct. Because even as we get older, we still sometimes want to turn up a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we might be old, but, But I'll cut a rug with the best of them if I need to.
Yeah, within
boys.
parameters.
Within parameters.
Within parameters.
But,
okay.
One of the differences is when you were a kid, you would party at a minute's notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all going out. As an adult, if all your shit is straight, hang on, man. Let me check. Okay, now I'm good. Okay, yeah, I could go out tonight or whatever.
Mm-hmm,
but you're the first thing you're going to do is make sure your family, your house, whatever it is, and that's a level of control, which I guess then equals peace. I don't know.
Wow. I think we unpacked that enough.
I think that as we get older, we start thinking more long term.
Oh, most definitely.
And it brings me back to to another story if I can. But
Go ahead, brother.
I can't remember how much we've talked on the podcast about the problems I had with my van.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it.
We touched on a little bit with Ursula.
Yeah. The last time I
want to say
went to Conyers, Georgia, and the water pump went out in my van. And anyways, had some problems. I came home, replaced the water pump and the radiator.
Mm-hmm.
And we drove
that's a vendor story. You was on a mission.
Yeah.
You was on a mission.
And the thing is, I had to get it done because
Tales from a vendor, y'all.
We were going to South Alabama this weekend, and the plan was to take our daughter to the beach the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already been talking to her about it. And now the van is broken down. I got to get that thing fixed because if nothing else, I have an obligation to my little girl to take her to the beach for the first time. She wants to see the sand. And there's a huge level of satisfaction that you get personally from, fixing your own shit. And fixing it with the confidence that you can load your family in it and drive them 400 miles away and know you're going to be able to get back home. That's having that knowledge. And that comes from experience of, when I was 30, that would have scared me.
Mm-hmm.
Probably still would have done it, but it would scared me. And at my age now, been there, done that. It ain't my first water pump, but having that skill set and having that knowledge to me is part of that peace that comes, chaos, to your point, is what happens when when you don't know how to handle a situation. Something comes to you that you're unable to cope with, and that breeds chaos. And if you've done it before, you've already been down this road.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I know how to. And if it breaks on the way down, got the shirt.
Yeah,
I got that shirt.
I got that shirt.
I got that shirt.
Yeah, this ain't nothing new.
Yep. Would you go back to 30 if you could, starting from scratch, not with what you got?
Ooh. Start from scratch.
Would you do it again, in other words? Because you'd probably do the same dumb shit you did before, right?
Yeah, start from scratch.
But you
said
really
going back to 30 with my mindset.
Oh, with your mindset, of course we would.
Like start from now, of course.
I'd want to go back to 20.
Of course,
yeah.
They say I think I watched this study one time. It was a show, and it's been years, but basically they said the best years of life typically, like they studied every decade of life, 20s to 30, 30 to 40, 40 50, 60 to 70. I think they said the people who are the happiest were the 60s to 70s. And then they also tested them. I want to say the 50 to 60s usually won most of the tests, whether it was a brain teaser or physical or anything like that.
Even physical?
Even when I say physical, like we weren't playing football physical, but like any like puzzle game where you got to move this to there or something like that. However they arranged the test.
I got you. Okay.
Who always came out on top was like that 50 to 60 age group. And I think the happiest age group was that 60 to 70.
I could see that.
When it came to happiness.
Yeah.
It was an amazing study. I need to go back and really watch that so I can explain it a little bit better. But
I can honestly say I'm 54 and I have never been happier than I am now.
At 54.
At 54. I've never been happier than I am
at
this stage in my life.
If you can make it to this age and be in somewhat relatively good health.
Correct.
I think you are winning at life.
And that's a huge part of it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're all blessed with different genes or cursed with different genes, depending on what it is. We all have our cross to bear. Diabetes is no fun, but I deal with it the best I can and move on. But, we as the podcast team here often talk about our own health, and we kind of hold each other accountable. You know, you and I were talking about it earlier today,
Correct.
and it's not like a beat 'em up thing, but it's like hey, look, this is what I'm doing. I said I was going to do this. I'm either here or I'm there, whatever it is, and it's nice to have that accountability. But at 54, I sometimes look around and see other people my age, and I realize, I could run circles around you. I got this. Like I see other people who are.
You might see some 40 and you can run circles around them.
For sure.
At 54.
For sure, 100%. Yeah, I see a lot of people. But there comes a point, I think, in probably your mid to late 30s somewhere where you're going to go one of two ways. Excuse me. And I think, you don't have to be a fanatic about it. I'm certainly not. But just watching what you eat, paying attention to your weight. We say things like, sit down at a meal 3 times a day and clean your plate. Do you really need to? Do you really need to do that? Maybe grab you a couple of boiled eggs first thing in the morning and keep on doing what you're doing. Now next thing you know, you sat down with some boiled eggs and, you made some grits and pancakes and all this other kind of stuff. And then, 30 years from now, you weigh an extra 50 pounds. Imagine putting a 50-pound backpack on your back.
Fuck, Shane.
And walking around with it all. I think about Madeline weighs almost 40 pounds right now. And she's in that stage where she loves to either ride on my back or my shoulders. And so I spend a lot of time walking around with her on my back or shoulders. And I think about, what if I'm 6'3". As of yesterday morning, I weighed 179 pounds.
Which is pretty good.
Not bad.
Not
my
bad
doctor's
at all.
pretty happy about it.
Yeah, that's not bad
I'm
at
going
all.
to probably lose another 10.
I would like to get down there, and I'm 5'7".
But I think about, if I weighed 220 at 6'3", that wouldn't really be a big deal, right? People wouldn't. I don't even think my doctor might be like,
you wouldn't be. You wouldn't say you were obese or out of weight.
Oh yeah. You probably wouldn't even be overweight at 6'3". But as I carry my daughter around, this is what I would weigh if I weighed This is what it would be like if I weighed 220. I guess my legs would be stronger, but golly, man,
he got a sturdy foundation.
It makes such a big difference to at least be doing something, whatever. I don't want to make anybody feel like, Shane said, if you're, whatever. Nothing tastes as good as being thin feels. That's what I'll say.
Ooh.
No food tastes as good.
That's a good title, Shane.
As being thin feels.
That's a good title right there.
And as I get older, I realize that more and more.
I like that.
If I weighed an extra 40 pounds, that left knee I was telling you about that likes to get pissed off at me.
He'll really be screaming at you.
He'd probably be done, like, man, you eating pancakes again?
Come down here with a brace on.
It ain't happening. Who knows?
Wow.
Who knows? So, I don't know. If I could go back to my younger self, I would say pay a little bit better attention to health and fitness. Not for nothing. The reason why I'm diabetic rather than, say, hypoglycemic is probably because I didn't take good care of myself when I was younger as far as watching what I ate. And
hypoglycemic means sensitive to sugar.
Correct.
But not diabetic yet.
Correct.
You're like on the cusp.
It's weird because it's so diabetes is hyperglycemic.
Meaning you real sensitive to sugar.
Is I don't want to sound like I'm going to get it
hyper mean you sensitive to it.
It's almost like technically they're the opposite thing, but hypoglycemic precedes hyperglycemic, which is diabetes.
Oh, shit,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm confused too.
But,
one way or another, I think if I'd have taken better care of myself, I might not be now insulin dependent, for instance.
Now, that's diabetic. I'm insulin dependent.
Correct.
Okay.
So, that's the one thing that my 20-year-old self might have listened
to. Coca-Cola's at McDonald's.
Man, I drank so many Coca-Colas.
I know you, and that shit's delicious.
It is delicious.
It is
and
delicious.
There's nothing more delicious than a McDonald's Coca-Cola.
A McDonald's
it's the
fountain
best Coca-Cola out there ever.
Oh, that shit's delicious, Shane.
It's better than the Coca-Cola at Coca-Cola.
You might throw a sweet tea in there too occasionally because the sweet tea is good as fuck. You probably double fisted a Coca-Cola and a sweet tea.
Dude. And those late nights when
the shit's delicious. It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is.
It really is. But but that's the thing. It's not like you can't drink a Coke. It's been a really long time since I had a soda, even a taste of a soda. I've lost.
Would Diet Coke affect your sugar? Would a Diet Coke affect?
I've heard different things. Technically, no.
Okay.
But I've heard different things about mentally your body senses the sweet of it, and even though it doesn't actually add sugar, it tries to throw some insulin into your. I don't know, man. I think some of those may be fringe studies. I stay away from it all completely. I drink water and coffee, and I'll have an unsweet tea if I go somewhere.
Right. I've been trying to do that, like drink coffee Sweet tea. I'm not sweet tea, but tea.
Tea.
Like
right.
I'm starting to get the palate for just tea.
Correct.
And water. I'm trying to stick to those 3 drinks.
Yep.
And not
I'll have a glass
the
of
sugar
milk, especially with a protein powder in it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shout out that yeah, no, that stuff's great. Kevin, the boss man, Richardson, gave me a protein powder to try, and I really like it. But
okay.
Yeah, a glass of milk with a protein powder, I'll do that every now and then. But yeah, what you drink to me is at least half of it.
Yeah, I finally got off that Milo's lemonade, man. I was addicted to that.
That stuff's addicting.
That shit's delicious. Milo's lemonade.
Well, and then alcohol. And even back in the
drink
day,
me a little glass here and there.
I'll have a drink now and then myself, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, it was beer. Well, that's a whole lot different thing than having a couple of fingers of whiskey.
Mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying? You drink a 6-pack of beer, the calories in that, and I don't know what light beer is. I've heard of it, but I think it's probably disgusting, so I'm not trying it.
Right.
I used to drink Yingling. That was my drink.
Yingling,
I would drink anything you put anything from me, but if it was at the house, I had Yingling.
Oh shit, Shane. Speaking of vehicle issues, my truck's been down for the last couple weeks.
I knew it has, man. How's that coming?
So I actually took it to the dealership. I was willing to drop some money to allow the dealership to fix
dealership.
I took it to the dealership because no local shop would touch it. I called 5 different local shops.
That's the rear end, right?
We don't do rear end work. Oh, we don't try these guys. I called them guys.
Now
we don't do rear end work. Okay, try these guys.
You have a Ram
1500
diesel.
Yeah.
Diesel engine, right?
With a diesel.
And
but it's the rear diff, though. It's nothing.
Correct.
But
you're pulling a 20-foot
trailer.
20-foot trailer. Yeah.
Let's say 9,000 pounds.
9,000. That's more than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, let's say, I'm saying I'm throwing it out there.
That's a lot on
9,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What all said and done. But took it to the dealership.
What'd they say, man? Oh.
Couple days later, they get back with me.
Couple days. It took them a couple days.
Dealerships having a shortage of mechanics, technicians. I think is what they call them because they just don't pay them enough.
I don't have dealership money, bro, so I don't know.
No, but I'm willing to drop, let's say $2 to $3 grand to fix it and be done with it.
That's probably what it's going to cost.
I'm willing to spend that
for a rear diff. Yeah,
that's what I'm willing to spend. That's what I'm willing to spend, and that's me thinking high end, like on the high end of what it's going to cost me.
That's probably right.
$2 to $3 grand. No, I was totally off.
I would say, all right, I'm gonna say,
throw out a number.
$4 grand.
Be generous.
$4,200
nope.
to rebuild. You're talking about rebuilding your rear end.
Nope.
42. No.
More. Right under 8. Just south of 8.
South of 8.
I'm gonna tell you the exact number: $7,756.18.
Damn, $7,700 to rebuild a rear end.
I said,
and
sir,
$1,500.
I said, sir, I'm coming to get my truck. What I owe you for diagnosis?
Wow. What'd they charge you for diagnosis?
$236. And I already knew, and I told them what's wrong.
You're gonna, but you're gonna pay that because they got to get into it.
Yeah,
$236.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna do that for free. Wow, $77. So you're gonna do it yourself?
Yep.
That's a job.
So I bought some bearings. For just 2 bearings, the pinion bearings. That's what's wrong with it. The pinion bearing. More than that because the bearing shattered and caused broke my ring gear and all that. Broke my ring and pinion and all that.
Okay.
But the bearings, the 2 pinion bearings that I bought.
Hang on.
Guess.
For both of them?
Both bearings. And I'm gonna tell you that the seal was $18. A little crush washer that goes between the 2 bearings.
I've never bought those, man.
OEM dealership bearings. Guess.
2 of them.
2 of them.
$150.
It was more than that for 1 of them.
Jeez.
Just shy of $500 for 2 bearings and a little crush washer. And now I got to replace the ring and pinion. So I bought that aftermarket on like Rock Auto. That was was $330 something with shipping.
Okay.
Taxes and shipping.
You'd be all right on Rock Auto. Yeah.
I got the pinion. I got the pinion and ring on Rock Auto.
When you gonna do it?
When I get the pinion and ring.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a Saturday, but Saturday I'm gonna be out of town. So probably when I get back, maybe that Monday, Tuesday.
Call me if you need any help.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But
I've never done it before, but I can hand a wrench and hold some shit.
I said for $8,000, I can go get a Super Duty truck.
Yeah.
For $8,000, I can go get I can go get a 2005 F250 for $8,000.
It's gonna have 170,000 miles.
270,000.
It's gonna go another 150,000.
Yes, for $8,000.
Yep.
I said, dude, I'm coming to get my truck, man. It's just no way. Even if I had that money, I would not give you $8,000 to fix this fucking truck. So now I'm asking myself, do people really pay these prices? I don't need. these like new engine, new transmission prices. I just need my fucking rear diff put back, rebuilt.
Yeah, I don't know.
Couple bearings and some races and some seals.
And when you realize you can buy the parts for $1,000, how long do you think it's going to take you to do it? It'll take you a day.
Once a day, yeah, solid. If I really take my time, torque everything down, which I am. I'm gonna take my time and do it right. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time and do it right.
It'll take you a day.
It ain't $8,000, Shane.
No,
$8,000, I can go buy a Super Duty.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's wild.
F250.
They just didn't want to do it. Must be they just didn't want to do it.
I said,
they're like, if we're gonna do it.
Then where I went and got my truck at, it's a whole bunch of fucking vehicles back there, pretty vehicles sitting in I'm calling it the boneyard. Where people
once you get that rear diff rebuilt, go buy you a 250 and sell your. I don't know.
I think that's the route I'm gonna go, but I still owe some money on it, so I'm gonna get like a what they call it a 10-day what they call it, like a lien release.
I never done that.
Or whatever. When you sell a vehicle that you still owe a little money on it, tell the people, look, I owe X amount of dollars.
Dude, I've driven a lot of hoopties in my life.
I'm taking this forward.
You know the extent that I'll go to.
That's probably my goal, Shane, to go go.
I mean, it's going to serve you.
$10,000, I can get a real nice truck.
Yeah, it's going to serve you well with that trailer.
Correct.
When you started this business, you weren't thinking about, the level you've upgraded to.
Mm-hmm.
And, just don't get a diesel. I'd get a gas. That diesel's got to be killing you right now. I know.
And diesel's less refined than gasoline.
I've never understood why diesel is more expensive than gas.
Maybe because of they know how much.
They know you got
people using way more diesel than they are gasoline with the trucks.
True.
I mean, you go down the highway, Shane, it's more 18-wheelers than anything.
Oh, and one 18-wheeler riding down the highway is probably like, 4 cars, 5 cars?
Yeah.
Depending, they're getting, 8, 10 miles a gallon maybe?
It's fucking highway robbery.
What kind of mileage you get in your truck? When you're pulling your trailer, what do you get?
Maybe 10, depending on the type of driving I'm doing.
Sure.
But without pulling that trailer, that truck gets 20 plus miles a gallon.
Oh, that's
21,
nice.
22 miles a gallon.
My van gets steady on 14.
Because it's a diesel. It runs real good without pulling the trailer.
Right.
Gets real good gas mileage.
And it'd be fine with a trailer. You just need a little bit. I don't know. I'm sure it's rated to pull 9,000. What's it rated to pull?
Right at there. I'm right at the limit.
Right at the limit.
Yeah, I'm right at the limit of it. Yeah. I max it out.
The brakes are the.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm putting brakes on about every 2 years. I put new brakes, brakes, rotors if I need. I put some rotors on there about 2 years ago.
I need to do the brakes on that van, and I got drums on the back.
Drums on the back?
Yeah.
Drums not as challenging as people make it.
Yeah, it's been forever since I did drums, and
it's not disc brakes, though.
It ain't disc brakes.
It ain't disc, but drums ain't as bad as people make about. Yeah,
I'm going to do it. And the thing about it is, it ain't like you got to do them all the time.
No.
You do the drums like
that motherfucker probably got the original drums.
It may have. It very well may have. They need to be.
You take them off, damn dust come out. Take that drum off, that motherfucker say,
right?
Over cough.
Die of cancer.
Yeah, fucking, you got lead, asbestos and lead in the motherfucker. Right? Them old ass drum brakes, they still got.
I'm going to have to bite the bullet and do it. Yep. But, it's nice to be able to do that,
It is.
And not for nothing, I'm grateful that physically I'm still able to, crawl underneath of a vehicle. And, I know people, I got a shoulder that is pissed off at me now. I've been that way for a few months, and I don't know what's the matter with it. But I'm still physically able to do what needs to be done. And I'm grateful for that. And I try not, as I get older, I try less to take advantage of that, take that for granted. And it's like, okay, if I'm given this, let me make the most of that. And, I do my stretches religiously. I call it my stretches because I feel silly calling it yoga. I don't have like some big formal thing. Right. I do some things and I add some different things in depending on what I'm doing. And I try hard to make sure that it's
Pilates. What's
Pilates?
Ain't Pilates like yoga?
Like yoga mixed with body weight strength, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds gay to me.
I know I can hold a plank for 2 minutes with Madeline crawling on my back. Pilates. And it's spelled like pilots. Like Pontius Pilate. So I don't know. It's just some fancy thing.
Yeah, the fucking English vocabulary.
What is that one where you hold it in front of you and it shakes and it looks like you're doing something nasty?
Oh, the shake weight.
You know what I'm talking about? The shake weight? That just don't even look right, man. You see dudes doing that, like, come on, man.
Get yourself,
come on, man. You can't be out there doing that.
You're wearing yourself out.
That's not even right.
You wear yourself out.
That's not even right.
Oh, man.
But I play golf religiously.
That's
not
good.
Religiously, but, regularly, and that's a nice long walk in the park.
You are pretty religious, Shane.
And so, I played yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Praise be to Jesus.
Praise be to the gods of disc golf.
The God Almighty.
I'm going to feel really stupid if I die someday and I end up in front of the pearly gates.
Oh,
and there is St. Peter like, you motherfucker.
Ah, shit.
You really think you're coming in here?
He gonna let you in.
You want to hear a cool joke about that?
Go ahead.
You got a Baptist minister and a Methodist minister and a Protestant minister.
Okay.
And their wives all riding in a van together going to a church conference. They got into a car wreck and they died. Dead.
Mm-hmm.
They stand in front of the pearly gates. The Baptist minister, his wife stand in front of St. Peter. St. Peter opens the book and he says, oh, I see you've been a minister for 15 years. You've given 10% of your money to the church for your whole life, and you've converted 200 people to Christianity. But I look on here and it says you love money so much that you married a woman named Penny. You got to go. Get on.
Okay.
So the Methodist minister, his wife step up. St. Peter opens the book and he says, oh, wow, I see you've been a minister for 20 years. You give 15% of all of your money to the church, and you've converted 300 people to Jesus. But you love drink so much, you married a woman named Brandy. Y'all go to hell. They turn around. They go down there. St. Peter turns around to address the second couple, and they've already turned away, and he hears the man muttering under his breath, come on, Fanny, let's go.
Come on, Fanny.
Come on, Fanny. I already know what he's going to say.
Love that ass. I love that ass, baby. I love that ass.
I do think there's something more, but who knows?
You're going to find out.
Maybe. Or maybe we're just dead like Rover.
That could be it, too.
You know, I don't know.
When I say you're going to find out, I'm saying you're going to die.
You're going to die?
Yeah, you don't give a fuck who you is. We all die. We all
Nobody gets out alive.
Nobody gets out this motherfucker alive.
Nobody gets out alive. And I think that is part of why as we get older, we start thinking more about what our priorities are.
Yeah, we all get out of this. We all leave it in that pie box or that furnace or wherever the hell you plan on going.
If you could choose, how would you go?
You mean like if I died, how would I go?
Choose the method of your death.
Maybe around family. Hopefully surrounded by my kids.
Old as hell, my son, in the hospital bed.
Old as fucking
with
hell.
The right drugs.
Yeah, I'm telling these motherfuckers, hey man, it's been real. I loved y'all. You know. Hopefully I leave y'all a whole bunch of money. You know, go fucking celebrate my life. Go fucking buy you an expensive bottle, whatever I leave you in. Whatever. Fuck. That'll be the way for me.
Sounds peaceful.
Old as fuck, surrounded by loved ones. Sons, grandkids, couple wives, concubines. Shit.
I should have known that was coming.
Nurses in fucking
You almost
tight.
made me choke on my Perrier. Trying to drink
Nurses
a Perrier over
in,
here, man.
what they call them? Scrubs. Fat booty nurses in scrubs.
I read a science fiction book one time
Rubbing my head.
about a guy who was old as hell, rich as hell, like the richest man, like Elon Musk times 10, right?
Okay.
But he's dying. But as he's dying, he puts out and he's trying to find a brain transplant donor, a young person who dies tragically young, and he wants to transplant his brain into their body.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out he gets his wish, and he gets his brain transplanted into a young 20-something woman.
Oh.
And so now he was a 90-something-year-old man, and now he's a
Got to be a damn woman.
20-something-year-old woman. Yeah, and of course in the book, she's a knockout.
That's a different story.
It's a whole wild story, man. It's a wild story. It's called "I Will Fear No Evil." It's by Robert Heinlein, and it's buckle in, buckle up is all I'm saying. Open your mind. It's a wild read.
Why life's easy as a pretty young woman.
It has its advantages.
A pretty
and
young
disadvantages.
woman, life is easier than a good-looking young man.
I'd rather be a good-looking young man than a pretty young woman.
Of course, because we get better with age.
That's true.
That
That's a good
woman
point.
that woman gonna get uglier.
That's a good point. And
my value increases as a man as I age.
And
I'm not talking like your value as a person. I'm saying like
correct.
My value to the market, to the world.
Marketable value.
My marketable value, yes. Because everything I have, I actually had to work and gain a skill to get. Pretty young women, they just get shit handed to them. Up until a point.
Up until a point. It seems like quite a stereotype.
Beauty fades. It's not a stereotype. It's real.
The
A pretty young woman is not paying for a meal.
She ain't paying for her
and
drinks.
she's not buying her drinks.
She's not buying drinks in the bar. That's for sure.
She's not gaining a skill set. She's
sure.
not learning how to build rocket ships to space.
But she's also a lot of times hitching her wagon and hoping that the guy doesn't turn out to be, a raging drunk or a pedo or some shit. I don't know.
All I'm saying is men get better with age, Shane.
That is true.
That is true. At a 40-year-old man, I am that pretty young woman now, as far as value goes. All the women, all the bitches want me, Shane. The young bitches and the old bitches, because they look at me, they say, this man is an entrepreneur. He handsome. He speaks eloquently.
He's got a good white voice.
His eyes are undressing me. Young bitches to old bitches, they all want me. At 40, 41.
I think I might have gotten semi-hit on by a gay guy tonight.
Not no semi.
I mean...
If you speak in semi in terms of a fucking truck, yes, it was that obvious. It wasn't like you speaking like in terms of.
I must look especially gay tonight.
A
I don't know.
Semi truck.
He seemed like he wanted to pass me a note after class. I don't know.
Shit! I'm just saying we get better. I'm getting better with age. Hey, I'm at my best. I'm at my best right now in life.
I feel that way about myself.
Mentally, physically,
sure,
financially.
I've been better financially.
Perspectively, fucking, I'm at my best.
Yeah. I've been better than this financially as far as overall.
Well, you talking when you was in the corporate world.
But sure, yeah. But
your potential right now, though, financially.
Oh, it's unlimited.
Fucking unlimited.
Sure, unlimited. If that's what I want to do. Yeah. It's been a long time since I gauged my life by my financial success.
Oh, I'm throwing out the spectrum of me as a person, as a whole, not just one part of it.
But I can throw a Frisbee damn near 400 feet. And that's further than I've ever been able to throw one in my life. And that means something to me. A big bank account, My daughter, when I sit down in the room, if she's watching cartoons, will come over and sit in my lap rather than stay where she's at. If I say I'm going outside, she says I'm coming too.
Let's go.
And she comes and let's go.
Your road dog.
We went to so check this out.
Okay.
I don't know how much I've told you of this plan, but I got a plan and a new hobby, I guess. Whatever. I'm fixing to plant a garden.
Oh, okay.
I think we've talked.
Surprised it took you this long.
I'm going to start out real small. I know, right?
That big ass fucking backyard you got back there.
So I got me a plot. Madeline and I went to the co-op today and bought some seed. There's something manly about going to the co-op and buying seed in bulk.
I go to the co-op and buy seed. Yeah.
You'd be very surprised. Do you know how much a pound of corn seed costs? In bulk at the co-op, not at
that's
Lowe's.
A lot of damn corn.
A pound of corn seed, $24.
That's not bad.
When you really think about it, that's not bad. A pound of corn.
How many stalks you think you could plant? Get out of a whole lot.
Probably at least 200, I would think, maybe 300. I don't know. It'll be more than I need, I'm sure.
And look, the corn things are this small.
Yeah, they're
it's probably hundreds of those damn things in there for
200 or 300, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, easily.
Be interested, Yeah.
How many actually take though? Let's say you get 50% out of that bag.
I think you get a lot better than 50. I bet I'll get better than 50. We'll find out. I'm gonna let you know because I'm fixing to plant it.
You gonna plant it all?
No. I got a plot. So I went today and marked off where I want the garden. Right at the end of my yard there, it's a low spot. So it's always wet until about this time of the year. And so I'm just now starting on it because it's been, wet and muddy up until this point. It'll just now dry out until the end of the season. But I marked it off today and I burned all the grass off. Went and got me some kerosene and it's right now I got 15 by 40. So it's a decent sized little plot. That's huge. 15 feet by 40. And I'm going to plant
all corn?
2/3 of it corn and the rest of it in green beans. Bush beans, not pole beans.
You're going to have more damn corn, to do
damn straight. Shit, I might be selling it at the market.
You're going to be giving that shit away.
I'll definitely be getting
or selling it. Shit.
In a couple months. I can't read that, Mr. Producer, man. What's it say? 1,800 seeds in a pound? 1,800? Well, I got corn for next. Hey, you need some corn seed?
You got corn. I do need some corn seed because me and my wife talking about our planters today. We actually gonna probably go. Usually we plant ground, but we gonna probably get some planters. I think we want to go that planter route.
Well, I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do some corn and some green beans, and hopefully I'll have enough to put up.
Because we always do a little garden, like let's say 10 by 10. In a 10 by 10 garden, let's say you plant a row of
You can do a lot.
peppers.
Mm-hmm.
You plant a row of corn. You plant a row of cucumbers. You plant a row of whatever else you might like. We always have a surplus of. We pick more vegetables than we know what to do with in just a 10 by 10 little spot.
Right. And this is gonna be a big plot.
That's gonna be a huge plot.
But we'll see what it morphs into. I think this. It might actually get a little bit bigger than that. I've got a little bit more room down there that I'd be comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
We could get twice that size actually, depending on what I want to do. Right now I don't have equipment to take care of it. It's just raw ground. I haven't put a fence of any kind. You know what I'm saying?
Because what's your fence line? How long is that fence line you got back there? 50 feet, maybe 60?
Yeah, 50 to 60.
50 to 60, maybe.
60
That's
feet.
huge.
Wide, yeah.
You could probably have that whole row along that fence line, like
for sure. Yeah.
section off of it. 60 by 10.
One of the things I got to think about is that field behind there is loaded with wildlife: foxes, possums, rabbits, deer. There's all kinds of stuff back there.
You're going to have some loss.
Especially rabbits. The rabbits are the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That chain link fence at the bottom of the house is going to have to be done. I got a lot of work to do, but, you start somewhere and who knows? The first thing I'm going to do is figure out, can I actually get some corn to grow that I want to eat? And if I can, then, from there we'll, work into something different. But
Jimmy crack
I'm
corn
gonna go,
and I don't care.
Probably tomorrow I'm going to go down to the local equipment rental place.
Get you a tiller?
You can get for $90, you can get like a rear tine hoss of a tiller. Now, here's the thing.
Hoss of a tiller.
I'm talking about a hoss. Here's the thing. I don't know how I'm going to get it to my house because I got to be able to get it in my van. I don't have a trailer.
That motherfucker's a hoss. Like you right. Like a
yeah. I need a trailer, so I'm not sure.
Shit.
I mean, I might end up renting one for like a $20 a day.
Like a Lowe's trailer.
Yeah, or I think Tractor Supply, whatever.
Shit. You probably end up buying one for couple $100, one of them little bitty ass.
Yeah, I don't want to buy. I've seen a couple little bitty ones.
Yeah,
if I'm gonna buy a trailer, I really need to buy me a trailer.
One you can put at least a mower on it.
Right.
Fit a mower or something on there.
Right. Or a tiller if you're going to rent
tiller
one.
if you need to rent a damn tiller.
I got to figure out how I'm gonna get it back and forth. But yeah, I'm gonna till it up and then.
It is nice having a little trailer, a little little fuck around trailer. This is what I'm calling like
a little 4x8. That's what you
like
really
a little
need.
4x8.
A 4x8 will do 90% anything you're going to need to do with it. If you need to help somebody move, you've got enough room to put their dresser and stuff on there or whatever. And you can move a trailer. So, yeah, I'm going to figure that out. But, I'm going to till it up, and I hope I have a bunch of corn. I'm going to freeze it.
Sound like you will.
Yeah, I hope so.
Shit, I had I just been doing some self-reflection, Shane. I told Cynthia this might be the last year I'm doing Hustle and Pop.
Oh, yeah?
In the realm of what I'm doing it in.
Okay.
Like, I'm tired, Shane. And then having those two boys with me while I'm doing this business and working the window and popping the corn, the shit's wearing me out. It's really getting to me.
It's tough to do it. Yeah, when you
by yourself.
Yeah, with two boys. That's hard.
By
that's
yourself.
Really hard.
So so not having my family. Like when we first started, I had my son, I had my wife, I had my daughter, I had plenty of help.
Right.
And I didn't have the two boys.
And you didn't have the two boys. Right.
Now I have none of those people with the two boys by myself. So I told her it's a lot more nuanced than just not having them to help me, because I can always solicit help.
Correct.
Neighbors, kids, whatever.
And by yourself you can do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it by myself, but I'm working the window, I'm jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
I fucking gotta find a way to change a diaper in between there, feed this motherfucker, give him something to drink, whatever.
And keep them somewhat occupied.
And keep them somewhat occupied. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I got Skittles all over the floor because I'm feeding them snacks and shit, just trying to get them to shut the fuck up.
Trying to be a good dad at the same time.
Correct.
But,
so I say that's not having my family actually helping me is probably 50% of my grievance. The other 50 is how can I put it into words? Is the always need permission to do my own business. Always needing my license updated. Always needing health department inspections. Always needing fire department inspections. Fucking always having to pay this tax to keep my license in good standing to go work for the city. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm always asking permission. When I say asking, I'm always paying for permission, really.
Correct.
That's what I'm doing.
Correct.
Ain't shit free.
It's a tax.
Especially with my business. Like I gotta have the health department, fire safety shit. Like twice a year. Like every 6 months, the health department gotta sign me off.
The
fire department gotta sign me, and they always add in extra things to do.
Correct. Oh yeah, it's never gonna get less.
It's never less.
or less expensive.
That's probably the other 50% of it. Like, fuck.
So what you thinking about?
Far as business wise,
You going to turn it into a wholesale business, or you got a whole new idea?
maybe I might just try to stick to like schools, like just make that my niche, schools, or maybe I just be fucking done with it, And if you maybe keep my kettle, and if you know, hey, I can make you some popcorn if you wanna, if you know me personally
for your event or whatever.
For my event, yeah. But I don't know. It's still in the air. The season's still young.
Sure.
But it's just a thought I've been tossing out there, and I just threw it out there to the wife. Like, I think this might be my last year in business, as far as hustling pop goes. Whatever
it is in life, I think we always have to be ready to have an escape plan.
Correct.
Do you have a way out? I think nothing gold can stay. There you go. We talked about that earlier. It's funny because as Kevin, the producer, came into the podcast, into the studio tonight, or as we came in anyways, he mentioned Robert Frost, one of my favorite poets. And I've had one of his poems just on complete repeat in my mind. It was the first thing that turned me on to Robert Frost, and I got it from a book called The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. It turned into a movie with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, The Outsiders, most definitely.
But in the book, the poem
when they
from
fucking
Robert
vampires
Frost,
or whatever, the Outsiders, what were they?
No, they were just gangsters.
Just gangsters?
Just kids from
Okay.
the wrong side of the tracks. Yeah. But the poem goes like this. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank with grief. So dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay.
Nothing gold can stay.
Whatever it is you're doing now, if it's great, then it's great. But it's only going to be great for as long as it can be.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think back on your 40 years, on my 54 years, how many times have you reinvented yourself?
Exactly.
You were a military man. You were a manager in the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
You've been an entrepreneur, a small business. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the other? Human beings are like diamonds. We should have many facets.
Mm-hmm.
And how many different things have you done? I spent 30 years doing the same thing. I regret that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I still look back and think about how many different hats have I worn. I was thinking about today, when you meet somebody new, especially among men, one of the first questions that people always ask is, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And I think a lot of times that's our way of taking measure.
I never asked that question.
I don't either.
I don't give a fuck what you do.
I don't care.
I don't. But I'm just saying, me personally, I don't.
Correct.
Your titles don't mean nothing to me.
But if you go to a cocktail party, you're going to be asked that question.
Correct.
Even now,
yes, correct.
We're still sometimes asked that question. When you're asked that question, I've heard you answer, I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, I like to troll people. I'm a bum. I'm a stay-at-home dad.
But here's the thing. You are a stay-at-home dad.
But it's an easier answer to give people than say, yeah, I make popcorn. I say I make popcorn. Now I got to give them the whole backstory. Correct. How the fuck you get into making popcorn?
And is that what defines
how you do this? Exactly. That's why I just say I'm a bum. And then people just kind of like, oh, you a stay-at-home dad, and they don't really go no further than it. They take it for what it is.
Sometimes I say I'm a disc golfer. I am a disc golfer. That is one thing that I do faithfully. I don't make any money at it. Never made a dime. It's cost me money over the years. But, what do? I am my wife's husband.
I wake up and breathe in the morning.
I'm Jessica's husband.
Correct.
What do? I'm Madeline's father.
I'm Madeline's father. I mean,
what do? I co-host a podcast. What if you want to say, what do I do as far as how do I pay my bills? That's a very small part
and that's
of what
typically
my life
what they're asking.
Entails. But that's because we're
financially,
looking for a way.
what do you do?
They want to know what category to put me in.
Correct.
They see my old ass van and they already make certain assumptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what do you do? And is how you make a living, is that what defines you? And if so, are you proud of that?
You're right.
If you sit in a cubicle all day and run numbers for somebody, I'm not saying there's not honor in that work, but is that all you do? Is there anything else to you?
Is that what defines? Is that what defines?
Does that define you, or is that how you pay your bills?
Correct.
You and I have an interesting way of making money, and so certainly not sitting in a cubicle.
Not at all.
I spent my weekend this past weekend in conversation with a three-time world champion. One of the best, one of the most elite people that you will ever meet. Imagine of all the population, how many people have ever won a Super Bowl? 0.000 how many 1%? I spent the weekend in conversation with this gentleman.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That's a very interesting thing. But I spent 30 years managing restaurants for McDonald's, which, I guess I got some stories from that too. My point is, what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? I'm a
It
father.
might not be fucking popcorn.
I'm a husband.
Too much.
Might
longer.
not be, but it'll be something.
But it's definitely gonna be
And
something.
that's not who defines you. That's not
No.
what defines you.
Not at all.
So
I guess what I'm trying to say is it ain't fun no more, Shane. It's not fun. The thrill. So like the thrill is gone.
thrill is gone.
The thrill is gone. That's all.
Thrill's
That's what I'm
gone.
saying. Yeah, and when the thrill's gone, it's like, why the fuck am I doing this? The thrill is gone.
Is there any? Well, I mean that we can get as deep in that as we want to. I guess.
Yeah, we can. But
I guess here's what I'm thinking. I sometimes feel the same way. My business is at a point now where I have to make the same thing over and over again an awful lot. I spend a lot of time making 100 locomotives. Pick one. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that's real tedious and real boring. And a lot of it is, okay, I'd love to spend some time making something new. I got some ideas, I got some things I'd like to play with, but I know this is going to pay the bills.
You're tried and true.
The tried and true is going to pay the bills, and I need a ton of them to be able to pay the bills. And so here I go again. And I think sometimes I've found myself in the mindset of letting myself get in a rut and doing the same old thing that I know is going to be, that's going to bring in the cash rather than putting myself out there and trying something new. When it comes to a toy, that's a pretty small, microcosm. But I wonder how that scales up into our lives. What are we not trying now that we should be trying? You're 42 years old. You're in the prime. 40. My bad. But you ain't never going to be. Maybe you will be better than
I ain't
you
gonna
are
never
now.
be
Who
younger.
knows? But you're never going to be younger.
Yeah,
you're never going to have more.
This is the youngest I'm gonna ever be in my
more
life.
time, more.
Correct.
Whatever
I ain't gonna
it is,
get no. This
today's the first day of the rest of your life.
correct. This the youngest I'm ever gonna be.
Same thing for all of us. What am I not doing that I should be doing?
That I should be
what
doing.
wanna know. There's something that I really should be doing that I'm not, or could be that would make them. Maybe not should be. I don't know that there's a grand plan, but what could I be doing differently?
Right.
I don't know. I can
don't
figure
know
that
either,
out. I
Shane.
guess. I'm not real motivated by money. I wish I had a little bit.
I'm
more.
not motivated by money either.
But
I'm motivated what's going to bring me, I guess, joy. I don't know, something that I like.
Peace?
I'm interested.
Happiness?
Happiness.
interesting.
Yes. Money is no motivation at all.
Money's not-
Now I need money and I would like to make money. And then when I have a bad show, I say, fuck, I ain't make no money.
Money is a motivation.
It's more
to
so
me.
I just spent 4 hours out here and didn't make no fucking money.
Correct.
Not the money, it's the time I just wasted.
Oh, there you go. So you ready for this?
You get what I'm saying?
We barely broke even doing the rattlesnake rodeo. I'm talking about barely broke it. We did not pay for the 1-day jaunt to the beach that we took afterwards. It did not pay for that. We barely, and it did not pay for
They
boarding our
didn't pay
dog.
on the follow on trip to the beach. You didn't even cover that cost.
Nope.
And fuel and all that.
And boarding the dog. All in, we lost money.
Fuck.
Yeah. Now some of that's personal expenses, but yeah. As far as business expenses,
So y'all ain't doing that no more.
Now, had I gone down there down and dirty by myself and slept in the van, we'd have made a few $100, but not
Because you wouldn't have to pay for room and board. And all that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But not enough to make it worthwhile to go down there. Yeah. It was a
Correct.
cool event. Don't get me wrong. It was a fun event. They had
Where the people just weren't there? Is that what it was? Like just the
no,
traffic?
the people were there. Yeah, there was
People
probably
there.
25,000 people there.
Fuck, that's a lot of people, Shane.
There was probably, of 25,000 people, probably 50,000 teeth. It was a rough crowd, man.
Say no more.
Here, listen. This is. I don't want to.
Say no more.
Listen,
Shane.
thank you for
got,
hosting us.
People got
You put on-
priorities.
You put on a first class event. Thank you very much, but people got priorities.
People got priorities. That's
this
all
is a
I'm
real
saying.
small town with not a whole lot of industry, and there's a lot of people.
And toys
that have,
ain't their priority.
not
I'm
the kind of
telling you,
toys that I
not the
make.
toy you make.
Not the toys I make. No, sir. No, sir. And so, listen, we loved you, but here's the thing: they had some
How far of a drive was it?
4 hours,
Oh shit!
just over 4 hours. I can kind of do 4 hours. in my
That's a
sleep.
stretch though.
They had big
To not
name-
make no money, to not make your
some
money
business-
back.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
No, that's a hell of a stretch to not make any money. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. We're going to have to find another
Going
show
to
near
Mid
the
City,
beach.
Mid City, and not making no money for the day
Correct.
is
That's
way
one thing.
different than driving 4 hours and not making
Correct.
no damn money.
They had big name country music stars. The one that Trace Adkins. You ever heard of Trace Adkins?
Mhm.
I guess his biggest song is Honky Tonk Badonkadonk.
Oh, my honky tonk.
Badonkadonk.
Donk.
Now, ooh, shut my mouth, slap your grandma. There ought to be a law. Get the sheriff on the phone. Lord have mercy, how she even get the bitches on? It's a honky tonk. Badonkadonk.
Now, how old is that song?
fucking old, man. I don't know. I
And that motherfucker still get paid off that song.
I looked it up on Grok, and it said that he gets between 150 and 300,000 for an appearance. I ain't playing. Yep. That's what Grok said. 150 to 300,000 for Trace Adkins. Yep. And one way or another, he drew the crowd, but they weren't coming to buy toys. So, you live and learn.
How many couches you think he slept on before he got to that point?
I bet a lot.
I bet he slept on some. I'm going to be a music star, Mom.
Yep.
I'm going to be a music star,
that
Dad.
That does not come easy. There's a few people that got instant fame.
You need to go get a job. You need to go to school. You're going to be a country star.
Yep. But he made it. And now he gets 150. Of course, now that's probably the fee for him coming. You know what I'm saying? He's got to pay his roadies. I don't know how much he gets.
I'm pretty sure he got a tour bus, whatever the fuck he got, but still.
And a couple of 18-wheelers.
He's still walking around with some money.
Yeah. They probably, he probably puts, 50 in his pocket? That's not bad for an appearance. All things said, you put 50 in your pocket. And you've been doing it for 25 years. If I can put
50 in my pocket, I'm doing probably 10 appearances a fucking a year.
I'm going to have a limited tour schedule.
And in the summer, I'm doing probably 5 of those 10. A 3-month span. And then, limited tours.
If they're outside, yeah.
If they're out, yeah. Damn.
But, here's the thing. Jessica and Madeline went with me.
Oh, yeah.
And this event was held on the football field. So we actually had our tents set up on the football field of the local high school. So it was nice, soft grass. And Madeline and I ran and played and took our shoes off and ran in the grass and went over to the petting zoo and looked at the cows and the ducks and the whatever it was. And then we went over to the rattlesnakes and saw the demonstration. They walked right over. Dude walked right over with about an 8-foot rattlesnake, holding it by the neck by one hand and back by the other hand.
Was it defanged?
No, that's a real deal. No, yeah, it's a real deal. Madeline got to hear a rattlesnake rattle for the first time. And we had the first conversation about nice snakes and mean snakes because we have a snake at home and she is not scared of it. Mm-hmm. And I do not want her to have no fear of snakes because she needs to know what it is before she picks one up in the wild.
Cottonmouth out there in the backyard or something. Yeah, who knows?
Correct. And so
a copperhead.
We had a conversation about snakes and how we only touch the snake in the tank at home. And then, that was one way or another.
Did it compute? Did you think it
Oh, probably. To
a little bit to the point. She's still to it. Yeah.
We've been talking about how wasps are mean bugs and we don't touch them.
She know mean nice. You know the difference between that.
But the point being, then I would sit in the booth and watch Jessica and Madeline walk around. She had her first funnel cake, and you know what I'm saying. So, I didn't make a whole lot of money. And in the end,
you made some priceless memories.
All right,
shit, you can't put a dollar sign on.
How much would I pay? How much would I be willing to take to erase this weekend's memory? Because here's the thing: after the show was over, we also went to the beach.
And y'all went to the beach,
and Madeline got to play in the waves.
That's always fun.
And taste the salt water.
Yep. Oh my goodness!
And she was so excited about the biggest sandbox she'd ever seen.
And she's probably freezing her ass off, but don't want to get out.
Freezing her ass off, but wouldn't get out. You had to make her get out.
Yep.
And then she's cold, so she clings to you and wraps her little arms around you and walks up to the thing. And as soon as she's warm again, here we go again.
Yep.
Let's build a sandcastle.
I got that same memory with Enzo.
What would you give for that memory?
A motherfucker.
How much could I give you?
Teeth shattering.
How much could I give you to erase that?
Shane.
It's a big number. It's a number.
It's
a big one.
It's a number.
It's a big one.
To just let that memory go, because I know with that money I can go make some more.
For sure. But you can't make another memory.
They're young enough to make some more.
Some more memories.
Some more good memories.
True.
Some more good memories.
And you can't have all the memories.
No, you can't.
This weekend's memory?
I
don't know, man.
It's imprinted.
The first time that, my wife and I have gone to the beach together hundreds of times, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the first time we took our little girl there. What would I take for that memory?
Correct. Those first memories like that, like your first time catching a fish, your first time going to the beach and actually seeing the ocean, seeing sand and seeing the ocean.
And being old enough to understand
it's not just theory no more.
And experiencing waves and just the joy of
priceless.
It's priceless. Yeah, you can't put a number on that. So,
it is priceless, Shane.
I didn't make a whole lot of money in op, but I sure did get richer.
Didn't make a whole lot of money now, but I got rich.
And when I came home, the lights worked and the mortgage was paid. I'm at to think about it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't make the money I'd like to have made. But what am I working for? I'm not working to have a number in the bank account.
Correct.
I'm working for those memories. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, I'm glad we went. Now, all that having been said, we ain't going back next year. Love you, Op, but we're going to have to find something that's,
Yeah.
We're going to try to find the same kind of thing that we can make a little bit more money at. And that's kind of the fun of owning a small business. And I guess that's the part, bringing it back full circle, that keeps me continuously interested is I'm always looking for what's the new show, and it may be the same products, okay, but I know how to make these good. And if I go somewhere where you never bought my products before, all y'all are going to buy them. Hopefully, if you've got the money to buy them. Listen, Op would have bought the crap out of my toys if they had the money.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was Christmas time, they would have.
Correct.
But right now in the springtime, they're trying to take their family on spring break.
Now,
and all the other things that are
was
going
it paid entry into the event too?
on.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yes.
To see those type of performers,
Correct,
I'm
yes.
pretty sure it was paid entry.
It was a fairly low fee, but yes, it was.
But still,
And
that changes people's perspective on actually purchasing goods.
It
When I
does.
gotta pay to get in this motherfucker.
And here's the other thing. I've noticed this at the last 2 shows that I've been to. I don't buy festival food.
Mm-hmm.
I might pop for a funnel cake every now and then or get Madeline some Dippin' Dots or whatever. But when I eat, I bring my food.
Mm-hmm.
So that having been said, I don't know the prices of these things. I'm sure they're high. you
I
know?
am motherfucker.
So I'm in Conyers at the Cherry Blossom Festival. Didn't make a whole lot of money there either, but I went down and dirty, so I brought more home with me. But I remember talking to a lady here. Check this out. She bought 3 corn dogs, 3 lemonades. Now they were like in plastic cup. They were. It wasn't like a little cup of lemonade. It had a straw and like a big cup, solid cup, and an order of fries. 3 corn dogs, 3 lemonades,
$70.
1 order of fries. Try again. 110. $110.
3 corn dogs,
3
a fry,
corn dogs.
and 3 lemonades.
3 lemonades and a fry. $110. Good, yeah. Good sized lemonades. Now they weren't, still good sized corn dogs, footlongs.
Okay,
Big
footlongs. So you paying $15 for
Handed.
those? $12 to $15 a corn
Correct.
dog. Yeah, easily.
But when you think if you and
so you had 45 in corn dogs. Let's say 10 a piece for lemonades. That's still 75. The fry was 10, 85. Damn, 110. I can't imagine what that shit cost then.
And at the Rattlesnake Rodeo, it was the same kind of thing. I didn't specifically look at prices, but I listened because I was trying to hear, and I heard people talking
so
about.
So you bring your family there. You don't got money for a toy. Either
Correct.
you want a funnel cake or you want that toy.
Yeah.
You want a lemonade and funnel cake, or we can get you toys.
And we've been here all day. And we've
been here all day, and we hungry.
And it ain't like you can bring a cooler in.
Correct.
This place has a clear bag.
Those
Clear
events
bag
are
policy.
always tough, especially with my goods. It's like fuck.
Yep.
People go when I gotta choose between food.
Between a corn dog or a bag of popcorn.
A bag of popcorn.
You got it. Yeah.
And we've been here all day.
Yep.
I done paid to get in. I'm gonna buy the corn dog.
And this is tiny little town Alabama.
That's one thing
doesn't
I
have
look
a lot
at.
of money.
Correct.
Correct. So
shit in Huntsville, when they got some money, probably they still choose that corn dog over a bag of popcorn.
Listen, man, $110 just for some corn dogs and fries for your family that's a big pill to swallow.
So that's what they
and now
I've
gas
been
is
considering
$3.60
too.
a gallon.
And gas, fucking diesel $5 a gallon.
Yep, I don't know.
The thrill is gone.
The thrill is gone.
That's what I told wife. I said, honey, the thrill is gone. The shit's not fun no more. Cause I got the icing on the cake. I got a health department inspection coming up. I'm like, fuck. I just did a health department inspection. I got one coming up. I gotta have it.
Right.
To do business at these places.
Correct.
I gotta have my health department score to even get my business license.
To even have the privilege of paying
To
the
even
fee
have the
to go
privilege.
set up at a place. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
I said the shit ain't fun no more, babe.
It's a game, man.
I don't got my family.
It's a game. It's
And
like
I'm
Monopoly.
asking for permission at every turn.
Is it better? Is it worse than the corporate world?
No.
That's how I feel. I'm with you.
It's not,
with
but
you,
I'm saying it's
worse
still
than the
not. It's
corporate.
still not what I want though.
Okay.
I need
feel
more.
you.
I need more agency over. I don't have no agency in my own business other than the product I sell.
I'm seeing. Yeah, I could see that because I'm a lot less restricted.
Correct.
Nobody's inspecting my. It is what
Correct.
it is. You either buy it or you don't. Yeah, I just make it and
For what I don't got my family.
Yep.
I'm working my ass off,
Correct.
and I gotta ask permission at every turn. I said
And pay for it.
and pay for it. Yeah, I got to pay for permission. I said, honey, this shit is not fun no more. I've been doing it for 5 years now. I go through this shit every year. I don't know, Shane. The year's still young. But if you don't see my ass next year,
I'm gonna know where your ass is. One way or another, I'm gonna know where you are. I know where your ass lives. I'll come knock on your door if I have to. Bitch,
where
get
the
up.
fuck you at?
What the hell's going on? I saw your trailer on eBay.
Really, the thrill's gone, Shane.
Sure.
The thrill's gone, man. It really is.
All right. Let's find out. It's also a Wednesday night.
It is a Wednesday.
We'll see.
We'll see, Shane. How long we been talking, bro? It seems like we've been talking a minute.
70 of them.
Shit.
It doesn't seem like that.
Hour
long.
10?
I feel like we had other things we wanted to talk about.
I don't even think we scratched the surface.
No.
Shit. Hour 10?
Yeah. It's
I'm surprised I ain't seen Kevin throw up the deuces over there.
He already did.
Oh, he
hit
did?
me with him. Yeah.
I didn't see him. Usually I can catch him at the peripheral.
That's a good point. He kind of gave me the eyeball and kind of down low.
Yeah. And then I ignored, but I ain't even see it.
No, he was low key today.
Like, all right, brother, Ixnay on the hoof.
What's happening new in the news? Pick one news topic that you've been hearing about. Not Afro Man. Where did that? Shout out Afro Man.
Shout out Afro Man, bro.
Dude, you know what? We should get some of those. We should get a suit. Like, I bet we could go online and get a suit that looked like that Afro Man with the flags on it.
He had that motherfucker custom made.
I bet there's somebody making
that was tailor made to his round ass.
I'm gonna look it up. I guarantee you, there's something out there.
I was like, Afro Man. I remember Afro Man being that chubby. That motherfucker done put some LBs on.
I mean, it's been a minute.
It has been. But he done, he eat good.
You know what the funniest
that lemon pound cake, motherfucker. That motherfucker eat lemon pound cake.
Lemon pound cake.
Yeah.
We talked about the funniest moments in the trial, but I got to remember this one. When he stood up there and they asked him about that $5,000, and they were like, so is it your testimony that there was $5,000 in that pocket? He says, look, I'm telling you, I put $5,000 in that pocket. Then I got drunk and I got high. I'm not sure if I spent some of it, so I'm not real sure exactly how much was in there, but it started out as $5,000.
But they admitted to money being missing, though.
They did, but it's just funny how he stood up on stand. Well, I mean, not for nothing. He had to go down there and get his own damn money back after they raided his house
for no reason,
no crime. Yeah,
and he committed no fucking crime.
Like, why did you take the money in the first?
That
place. Is the law, though. That is the law. If you got a bunch of money on you, they can take all your money and just say they suspect.
And what type of sense does that fucking
make? And
you
have to prove
you can only travel with a certain dollar amount. Like, say you can't go through the airport with over $10,000.
$10,000 is kind of a.
They looking at you funny.
What was his name? What was the Knight Rider guy? Not Chris Christopherson. What was the Knight Rider? You know what I'm talking about. Hasselhoff.
Oh, David Hasselhoff.
This was probably 15, 20 years ago, but he was going to another country to buy a car, like some kind of Ferrari or something. He had like $100,000 on him or something, and he actually got thrown in jail for having like $100,000. They took his money and put him in jail while they tried to figure out why. And it turns out everything was fine, and he got, but it's like, did nothing. Just happened to have a. If you're a celebrity,
having too much money is illegal.
If you're a celebrity, $100,000 is nothing.
Bitch, I'm David Hasselhoff. You see Baywatch. You see damn Night Rider. You know Kid.
Correct. And you know what's funny? He's a musician. I say that.
Yes. Yes.
And his music sucks. But they love it in Europe and Germany. They love that shit. I
can't imagine what else they listening to in Europe and Germany.
He's bigger for his music over there than he is for Baywatch or any of that
it's
stuff.
All perspective. What are they really getting over there? Like,
Germany has a lot of good heavy metal.
Okay.
If you're a heavy metal fan, Germany is there's a few really good, but it's really heavy mechanical industrial heavy metal. Yeah. Anyways,
mechanical.
Shout out Meshuggah. Shout out Meshuggah. Meshuggah.
That's a German band.
It's a German heavy metal band, and they're.
I don't know. News wise, topic wise, what fuck? This fucking whole, I guess, Iran war thing going on. What else is in the news? The TSA agents not getting paid. Motherfuckers still having to go to work. That mean they ain't got paid in like a month.
No, they're getting paid now and they're getting back pay.
But it's still been over a month, though.
It has, yeah. They've been not paid for a while.
I'm who the fuck still coming to work and you ain't got paid
in a
month?
Did you see Elon Musk offered to pay their salaries until they figured it out?
I did not see that.
Yep. I don't think it ended up happening that way. But Elon Musk came out and publicly offered to pay the TSA salaries until.
What kind of country we live in where the fucking government don't pay
TSA.
TSA.
We're not talking about
in the times that we're in.
TSA. Yeah. I don't know what we're doing.
That shit don't make sense.
We've
Shane.
become so divided and so partisan that we're willing to sacrifice essential.
Because TSA is national security, correct? I think they fall under that umbrella of government
For sure.
payroll, national security.
I can only imagine, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where we are.
I think national security should be the utmost importance right now.
Thank you very much. Should always be.
It don't even make no sense to be like,
there should be an impenetrable border around.
we finna pay these motherfuckers. If nobody get paid,
Correct.
we finna pay these guys.
You know, it's funny. You have these government shutdowns, whatever, where the Congress and Senate, whatever, can't,
They still get paid.
They still get paid. Thank you.
Oh, they still get
They're
paid.
still getting paid. For sure they're getting paid.
This the shit we voted for, though. TSA not getting paid. I mean, like they try to do fundraisers at different airports and shit for the TSA. Can y'all get us fuel cards?
I've heard of
GoFundMes.
They're doing one for Huntsville Airport.
That shit don't even make sense. We
Asking for
the
gift cards or
richest. We
whatever.
supposed to be the richest, supposedly richest country in the world.
Yep.
We can't pay our fucking
Security agents.
security agencies.
Yeah. That final line. I don't get it, man.
We ought to
I
be.
don't get
We really ought to be ashamed of ourselves.
I don't care
We
who you like.
we
who
should
you
be.
don't like,
We should be ashamed of this shit,
We're not, though.
but we're not.
We're not.
We should
We're
be
not.
ashamed of this.
Uh,
Even if I was sitting president or whatever position I might be, I would be. We should be ashamed of ourselves. We can't pay the people that keep this motherfucker running.
That's kind of what Trump's been saying, though. But if Trump says it, now half of the country has got to oppose it, no matter what it is. If Trump was like, you really got to live among your means, within your means, and try to put a little money in a savings account if you can. Not everybody can, but if you can, you should be able to do that, right? People would be like, no, you shouldn't. You should. Just because he said something. And it's the same way as the other side. When Biden was president, Biden could have said, it's a good idea to have a healthy breakfast every morning. No, you don't need no healthy breakfast because Biden said it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Obama today came out and said he cured cancer, it'd be like 30% of the country that'd be like, whatever. I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't Obama come out a couple weeks ago talk about aliens? Aliens are real or some shit? And Trump was like, yeah, I didn't want him to spill that. I wanted to talk about it.
No, I hadn't heard about it.
I'm getting like sick of it. I think Obama did come out a couple weeks ago and talk about
Obama did?
aliens is real.
Did you see that, Kevin? I'm going to take a look at that.
I could be talking out of the
'Cause I
side of my
want aliens
ass.
to be
I'm
real
pretty
so
sure
bad,
Obama
man.
came out and said that shit.
I
And
want
Trump was
aliens
like,
to be
I wanted
real
to be
so
I wanted to
bad.
be the one to release the files on that. You
For
get
sure.
or I can't talk about that.
He
or
was
some shit.
on, when he went on Rogan, I think we talked about this before. He said something about if they told you what they told me, you wouldn't tell anybody either. He said that on Rogan's podcast. I think the first time he was on there. Somebody, if they told you if they showed you what they showed me, you wouldn't tell anybody either. Maybe something like that.
Shit, I see aliens every day, Shane.
Maybe we do though. For real,
I see some funny looking motherfuckers. Like
Maybe
you got to
we
be
do.
wearing a skin suit.
There's been.
You got to be like
Dude,
you got to be a reptile up under that motherfucker or something. Like,
I've told you that I believe that
You
there's
got-
people here that are just kind of not.
you got to
really
be a
people.
reptilian. Like
Something.
motherfucker, you from
Something.
you not of this
I don't
world.
know.
This motherfucker's a creature.
Listen to debauchery.
I don't know. I know. Now we starting to fucking just
The
black
debacle
hole
that
and
we
then
call
just
Vendor Chronicles.
it is some crazy
officially
shit
jumped the
going
shark.
on in the world right now.
And it's always a conspiracy until you find out it's not real.
Fuck. How did you see that Drewski skit where he did the white face and
I
dressed
haven't
up like Charlie Kirk's?
I have not
wife?
seen it. No, I've
They
heard
say this shit's hilarious.
I've heard it's funny.
But now people asking the question like, what if a white person did blackface? I'm like, well, a white person did do black. Did Johnny Depp do Tropic Thunder a couple years ago? Nobody
Not
tripped
Johnny
about
Depp.
that.
That was
Rodney Downey, Rodney.
Yeah, he's kind of the only dude that got away with blackface.
He
though.
got away with it smooth.
But, you
like
know-
nobody did an uproar nothing. Nobody was
Nobody
pissed
even-
about it
yeah.
because the shit was amazing.
You know, Chappelle did whiteface a bunch of times
He
in
didn't-
his show.
I guess he didn't do it as a ignorant character.
Correct.
You know, playing a fool or playing the dummy.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
I don't think anybody took it as an insult.
No, that motherfucker, he was like, damn, he did that good.
He kind of did play it.
If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
tell me, I thought that
probably-
was a black
you
dude.
wouldn't even know. Yeah, you wouldn't even know. And I think
Fuck.
that's why he got away with it. Look, man, from what I understand, it was in seriously bad taste
with the Drewski skit.
The Drewski thing.
They say the shit's hilarious though.
But
it's comedy. He does this shit.
Here's the thing. Okay, just because it's in bad taste, say what you want to say about it, but he got a right to do it. He has a right to do it. First Amendment means that you have a right to do things that people don't like. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any point. If we all, if it's like, oh, well, if we all like it, then it's good. Well, then there's no point in having a First Amendment. The First Amendment protects speech that you find offensive.
And that was my answer. If
I haven't seen
a
the
white
video.
person want to do blackface, look, if we can get away with whiteface, they should be able to get away with blackface.
I think, if we would all just lighten up a little bit.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Have fun. If we get, it reminds me of the conversation we had with Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
If we get back to the point where we're looking at people as people rather than dividing ourselves, then we can have a little bit more fun with it.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Shit, there's a lot of jokes that we hadn't been able to tell for a while. It's like, let's tell them.
It's
let's
like
tell them.
Being a comedian in 2026.
I'm telling you, man. This would be a good time to be a comedian, though, because that woke shit is just about done. Okay. So,
last you got one?
I got one.
Oh, shit, Shay.
The IOC, International Olympic Committee, has elected a new president.
Hold up.
The International Olympic Committee that governs the Olympics and what happens with the Olympics has elected a new president whose first order of business was to ban trans athletes from competing. If you compete in the women's division, then you must have undergone and it's completely chromosome. If you have a chromosomal disorder that somehow muddies the water.
Like you got an X and X chromosome.
I'm really sorry, but you're not eligible.
But if you XY, I don't give a fuck how many hormones or whatever you taking, XY is a man.
Correct.
XX is female.
Correct.
They're looking at a chromosomal level.
And it's a one-shot deal. If you got XY now, for life, you are XY. You don't get to go through some kind of, I don't know if there's a chromosome therapy or whatever. But the point is she's completely, that's going to change the whole landscape. The Olympic Committee.
I'm just thinking, man, why don't they just create a fucking category for trans?
There is one. It's called open. Anybody can compete in the men's.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't compete in the Olympics or on this level, but you got to compete in your category. Men got to compete in men's category. Women got to compete in women's category. But trans compete in open category.
So it's a completely third.
A third competition.
Right. In disc golf.
They make leagues for every other three.
A third league, a third, I don't know. I'd have to think that through. But here's the thing, in disc golf, this is what I know, the one sport that I follow and pay attention to. In disc golf, you have two categories. You have women's division and you have open division. Anybody can compete in the open division.
Typically the men.
Woman, trans, whatever.
But a woman ain't joining the open division.
Women aren't playing in the open division because they can't compete against the men.
Correct. You're going to get your ass whooped. I can't stand up to them.
Yeah, you're out there trying to make some money.
Yeah, I can't.
You're not going to be able to.
Yeah.
Same thing with regular golf or any other.
Yeah, you shoot yourself in the foot. A woman joining the opens.
It's funny we talk about the WNBA and how it's just as good as people say all that kind of crap about. Oh, it's just as good as the men's. Okay,
no, it's not.
If it's just as good, then go play. You could play in the NBA. They would let you if you were good enough. If you could handle it, if you could carry the load.
You've never seen a woman in the NBA.
Of course not. But you tell me that if Angel Reese,
she could be 8 foot tall, she cannot compete. She couldn't beat a bench warmer. Angel Reese cannot beat a bench warmer.
But let's say she could. Let's say she could. Let's say she could go in there and play.
Mm-hmm.
And for real play against the men, she could be competitive.
She can't dunk a ball.
But let's say she could, for pretend. Just out of fantasy. Let's say that Angel Reese can do a 360 both-hand gorilla.
But she can't, though.
Correct, but we're pretending.
Okay, we pretend.
Right.
Okay.
So in this pretend rule, in this pretend world.
we playing make-believe, okay.
We're playing make-believe, right? Completely Mr. Rogers. Let's say she could. She could write her own salary. If she could do those things, any NBA team in the country would sign her first thing.
Correct.
She would be paid more than Michael Jordan ever made. She would be the star because
we'll never see it.
But it won't happen because
it won't happen.
It can't happen. Serena Williams, when asked if she had to play against the men, said she wouldn't crack the top 40. That's Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time.
The top 100.
Whatever it was she said. You know what I'm
saying? It was some number. She was like, she's like, I probably couldn't even beat the worst player.
Correct.
In the men's division.
And yet, head and shoulders above everybody except her sister. Her only competition was her sister. We're talking about elite athletes. The Williams sisters were.
I'm thinking a third space, Shane.
Why do we need to create a third space?
If they're gonna compete, why not?
Why?
What would keep us from doing it? What is the harm in creating a third? Who wouldn't want to go see? Who would want to go see them two drags, do whatever they do, or trans?
So
I say
then,
drags, trans.
So then,
fuck it. It might be interesting to watch. I don't know.
If it's that fun to watch, then go start a trans league.
That's the third space.
If it's that fun
the trans league, the trans league.
Yeah. And if it's profitable, and if it's fun to watch, and if it's cool, then people will pay money and they will go see it. And if it's not, then either like the WNBA, it'll have to be propped up and supported by the NBA, or it'll go away. Let the market decide. Do people want to watch it? If they want to watch it, they'll pay for it.
The NBA carries the WNBA. They say that the WNBA ain't turned a profit ever.
Not one time.
Not one time.
It's operated in the red since it's been there.
Women don't watch the WNBA.
Nobody does. Have you seen it? It looks like bad high school ball.
Any woman, if they get,
looks like bad high school ball.
What was it? It was here recently. A WNBA team played against some high school boys.
And they smoked them.
The high school boys whooped their ass. High school boys.
It wasn't even. Now they were the best. They were
top level, but still,
it wasn't Shane and the Brewer High School Patriots or whatever.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
But the high school boys still whooped their ass.
Whooped them soundly. It wasn't even a college team. It was a high school team.
High school team.
And
it's different. It's fucking different.
It's different.
It's different.
You know, once again, I play disc golf.
It's different.
I watch the women play. A lot of times I watch it because I want my daughter to see the example of women in sports, because I think there's a huge advantage in it. I'm not poo-pooing women's sports at all. I think it's a great thing for women to be involved in.
But we talking women competing against men.
It's just not the same.
It's
to
not
watch.
the same.
Yeah. When I watch the women throw versus watching the men throw, it's much more exciting. I know
you talk these guys and be like, oh, this woman can kick your ass, man. A woman, man, I don't give a fuck. She could be the top level boxer in the world. If she will have a hard time whooping my ass.
You think Ronda Rousey could whoop your ass?
I will whoop her ass, Shane.
Ronda Rousey?
She will have to knock my ass out, which she will have to hit me hard as fuck. She only can hit me so hard.
She can hit pretty hard, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Ronda Rousey can't whoop my ass. It ain't.
I don't know. I can't say.
She will have to hit me hard as fuck, Shane, to put me out. Either she gonna put me out or she gonna piss me off. And I'm gonna go. Gotcha, bitch.
I do think you probably could wrap her up
and thump her on her fucking head.
You know, just the martial arts in general. You know, you see like jujitsu or whatever.
Gotcha, bitch. I got you. And she got hair too. Don't let me fight nobody with hair. Even a guy, man, you got hair, you gonna get your ass whooped, man.
You just lost 20%.
You just lost fucking 50%. Because as soon as I grab a hold of that, I'm in full control. It's done.
Once I've grabbed your hair,
if you got hair
beard,
or
long hair or a long beard,
you gonna get your ass whooped.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
I guess that's one thing men understand. It don't matter about the size of the dog in the fight. It could be any given day with men. That's why I think men have a lot more respect for other men.
Up to a point.
Point.
Right. Yeah. There's a point where size does make a huge difference. But you're right. Any man has the
walking around every day.
Yeah.
It could be any day.
It could be any. Yeah. 100%. Yep. And today's the day.
Today's the day.
Yeah. If you're ready to go,
it's best to just martial arts, walk away from this shit. Hey, let bygones be bygones. You know what? Hey, man, what you drinking? I'll get you whatever.
Yeah.
Peace and love
for either one of us.
Because it can go either way with either one of us.
Correct.
And it could be dangerous for either one of us.
Probably both of you.
Both of us.
Could be very dangerous.
Very dangerous for both of us.
You might win the fight, but still be
a chick fight. They ain't worried about killing one each other or fucking whatever.
Losing an eye.
No.
Rip each other's ear off.
Correct.
That happen in a chick fight. No.
A guy like
smack their head on the ground or whatever. Yeah, we might kick you in the ribs hard enough to puncture a lung. Not even think about it.
You know.
And I think
that's all. It's a difference between men's anatomy and female anatomy. She can work out as much as she want. I'm strong as fuck.
It's also mindset.
Ronda Rousey can't bench 300 pounds.
Can you bench 300?
Yes.
You bench 300.
Threw up 300 last week.
I'm gonna need to see a video.
My son was there vouching. My son can vouch for me. He will not lie.
If you look me in the eye and say you can, then I believe you
can. Threw up 325. Matter of fact.
Shit.
315. 3 plates. Whatever 3 plates is.
I can't do no 315. No way.
No, not one hand. But I pressed that motherfucker, and I had more to take.
315 is strong. That's strong.
But
Well
what I'm saying is,
Ronda Rousey,
bitch, if I grab you, bitch, it's gonna be over for you. I'm gonna fucking pop your head.
Correct. And the thing is,
you got tits, you got hair.
Oh, you got nuts. If she gets hold of your nuts, it's done.
Yeah, she got me.
She got you.
If she's smart enough to go for the nuts.
You wouldn't think she would. Ronda Rousey, she's going to go for the nuts first thing.
I'm done off the bat. If you go for the nuts, I'm going down. Down goes Frazier. She can punch me in the face and, bitch, I might I'm coming for you. You hit me.
But if she grabs you nuts and holds on and does a little twisty action, it's over.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Rousey.
Correct.
I take back everything I said about you.
That's the one thing.
That's the one
That's
thing.
the one thing.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's one thing you should teach your daughters. Fucking you take a man, go for the nuts. It's over for him.
Yeah. And especially in a situation of
if you
potential
can't pick up
sexual
nothing,
assault.
yeah, if you can't pick up nothing and go upside his head, go for them nuts.
Don't be afraid to dig them fingernails in.
And get
do
them
what
nuts.
You gotta do.
That motherfucker, he's helpless.
Do what you got to do. Yep. Make him sing falsetto.
I don't care who he is.
Work us out with some words of wisdom, man. Folks are sick of us.
Fuck, Shane.
Go for the nuts.
Go for the nuts. Go for the nuts.
Down goes Frazier. The heavyweight.
And in a fight amongst men, ain't no honor in a fight. If I go for your nuts, I get your nuts before you get mine. I might got you.
Well, and again, that's what jiu-jitsu is a big thing right now, right?
Shit.
Everybody's doing jiu-jitsu, right? But when you're rolling around on a mat, people say, well, I could roll you, I could armbar you or whatever. But what if I put my thumb in your eye? Are you going to armbar me while I got my thumb? Because you can't do that on the mat in a jiu-jitsu with a ref right
You
there.
can't exercise an eye, motherfucker. That eye, eye's an eye.
But if we're on the street and you grab me in a situation where I think it's going to be for real, I'm going to put my thumb in your eye.
The whole head to the eye.
I will grab your nuts. I will
gouging.
Put my finger up your nose.
I'll grab your ears.
Whatever.
You know how easy it is to rip a fucking ear off your head?
Correct.
I'm not fighting fair.
Whatever happens is what's going to happen.
Whatever
Not to
happens.
mention the fact that I came with at least probably 2 or 3 weapons on me. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even got to those yet.
I ain't even got to weapons.
I just always had the mindset, I'm a little dude. I can't afford to get hit by any man.
I'm an old dude. I can't either.
I can't afford to do it.
Nope, I'm not.
I can't afford to give you a freebie.
I'm going to do everything I can to get away from it. But if it comes
peace
down
and
to
love, but if it comes out to it, fuck it. We ready to go.
You know what? Here's a toast. Here's to you and here's to me, and friends forever may we be. But if we ever disagree, then hell with you and here's to me. I'm going to be cool with you as long as I can. But if it comes down to it.
I
am not a gentleman.
No.
I have never been a gentleman. I've never claimed to be a gentleman. If it's a rock, okay.
A rock, a stick.
I carry a baseball bat in my van. I ain't never hit anybody with it. But I'll clock you. Put your hand in the van and see what happens. I will fucking
this shit.
I do not care.
Yeah.
No. I
ain't taking no chances.
I will squirt lighter fluid
if I know,
your ass
and you usually got discernment if you know it's gonna really go there. You got somewhat of some discernment, like, okay, I know we're going there.
Right.
Ain't no getting out of this.
I'm gonna do my best to not be there.
Yes, to not be there, but okay, it's going there.
I'm gonna try to hit first. I want to hit
Most
first
definitely.
and hit hard. Yep, there you go. Hit first and hit hard.
But fuck, words of wisdom, Shane. You want some cute shit or you just want a poem I heard today?
I love poetry.
You choosing poetry?
Up to you.
I'm
Your choice, but if you're giving me the option, I'm gonna
you
choose poetry. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I love poetry.
Okay.
You know me.
All right, let me find it, Shane. Poem I heard today. This poem is by Peter Dale. Peter Dale. Damn, I can't see, Shane. Shit.
Need my glasses.
Damn near.
Getting old.
Peter Dale Wimbrow Sr.
Okay.
All right. The poem is called "The Man in the Glass." Okay, I heard this and it resonated with me.
I think I've heard it, but
I was like, man, let
me
me go look that poem up and take a screenshot of it.
Come on, I think I've heard it. Come on with it. It's great.
Okay, Peter Dale Wimbrow Sr., The Man in the Glass. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. He's the fellow to please. Never mind all the rest, for he's with you, clear to the end. And you've passed your most difficult dangerous test if the man in the glass is your friend. You may fool the whole world down the path for years and get pats on the back as you pass, but your final reward will be heartache and tears if you cheated the man in the glass. Peter Dale Wimbrow Sr., The Man in the Glass.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
Man, shout out Michael.
This has been Vendor Chronicles.
Peace.
If you don't listen to that, you're crazy.
You're crazy.